A long time ago, in a faraway land, there was a beautiful princess who looked like this. And one day she decided that she wanted to get married. So her father, the king, summoned all the bachelors in the kingdom for a huge royal ball, so his daughter could pick one of them to marry. Now, usually when a bunch of eligible bachelors are brought together in one room, they're normally very competitive about winning the princess's heart. But these guys were more interested in partying. There were only 2 eligible princes who didn't care about winning the princess's heart: a poor woodcutter named Chuddy and a rich merchant named Beck. But Chuddy didn't want to win the princess's heart, because he had a girlfriend already, and she was totally hot. Oh yeah, and this is what she looked like. The princess immediately noticed that these 2 princes weren't like the others. They weren't trying to impress her at all. So she went up to them while they were drinking and said, "Hey, why aren't you trying to win me over?" Chuddy responded, "I don't need anything from you to be happy." Then he took a swig of his drink and walked away. The princess thought this was very rude, and she told her father, the king, that she wanted to marry Prince Chuddy despite him not caring about her at all. The king was furious. He couldn't believe that his precious daughter would choose a poor woodcutter over a rich prince. But he knew better than to go against his daughter's wishes. So he invited Chutney and his girlfriend to the next royal ball. And the king told them, "If you 2 aren't going to try to make my daughter happy, then I want my daughter to choose someone else." Chutney nodded in agreement, and secretly he was actually pretty scared about this, because he didn't know if he could make the princess happy. So the night of the ball came around, and Chuddy dressed up real nice and brought his girlfriend along. And the princess was wearing this dress and looking real fine. She immediately noticed that out of all the princes at the ball, Prince Chuddy was the only one who wasn't staring at her the entire time. So she decided to go up to him and ask him to dance. But right after she asked him, a mysterious dark figure appeared out of nowhere and grabbed the princess's hand. And it was none other than Chuddy's hot girlfriend. And she dragged the princess onto the dance floor and started dancing with her, ignoring Chuddy completely. Then the princess asked, "Wait a minute, who are you?" And the girl replied, "I am your worst nightmare come to life." And before the princess could react, she smashed her into the wall with a powerful kick, and the princess screamed in pain as she fell to the ground. Then the mysterious girl walked up to Chuddy and said, "You should thank me. If it wasn't for me, your princess would have chosen some other loser to marry." Chuddy was confused. He didn't know what she was talking about. Then the girl revealed her true form, and it was none other than the princess's pet cat. Chuddy was shocked. He couldn't believe that the princess's own pet cat hated her so much that it wanted her dead, and the cat explained everything. It turns out that the princess always played with her cat until one day she got bored of it. And ever since then, the cat has despised the princess. So now the cat was going to kill the princess, and Chuddy had to stop it. So Chuddy immediately went to the princess's aid, but it was too late. She had already turned into a lifeless statue, and the evil cat had escaped through the window. So Chuddy grabbed the princess and ran outside to chase after the evil cat. But the cat was way too fast, and it led Chuddy on a wild goose chase throughout the city. And eventually, they arrived at the outskirts of town, where the cat suddenly stopped and turned around. And it taunted Chuddy by saying, "There's nothing you can do. Your princess is already dead." But then Chuddy noticed something strange. The princess's statue had a small hole in it, and it looked like a keyhole. And the cat immediately tried to run away, but Chuddy grabbed its tail and pulled it back. And he said, "Tell me what's inside this hole, and I promise I won't hurt you." The cat had no choice but to comply. So it told Chuddy that the keyhole was made for a magical key that could bring the princess back to life. And the only place in the kingdom where that key could be found was in the dungeons beneath the castle. And the cat begged Chuddy to let it go. It promised to lead him to the dungeons itself if he did. But Chuddy wasn't taking any chances. He tied the cat up and brought it back to the kingdom. And once he got to the castle, he threw the cat into the dungeon. It struggled and cried for mercy, but Chuddy just walked away. And he went straight to the throne room, where he confronted the king. Chuddy told the king that he needed his help to save the princess. And the king was shocked. He couldn't believe that his daughter was in danger. So the king gave Chuddy the royal scepter, and he told him to use it to unlock the keyhole in the princess's chest. But when Chuddy got back to the princess, he realized that the cat had escaped. And he was furious. He didn't think that the princess's cat would be so persistent in trying to kill her. But then the cat jumped onto Chuddy and scratched him across the face. And it hissed, "Finders keepers." Then it ran away again. This time Chuddy followed the cat all the way to the royal library, and it led him to an ancient book. And Chuddy knew exactly what to do. He opened the book and used the scepter to find the corresponding page, and bam, a magical key appeared in his hands. But then the evil cat jumped out of nowhere and tried to swipe the key, but Chuddy was too quick for it. He grabbed the key and ran back to the princess. And as soon as the key touched the keyhole, the princess's body began to glow. Her eyes opened and she sat up, and she was so happy to see Chuddy. She couldn't believe that he had saved her life. But then Chuddy noticed something strange. His woodcutter's clothes were gone, and he was now wearing the royal garments. And the princess explained that the magic from the key had transformed him into a prince. But even though he was a prince now, Chuddy still loved his original life as a woodcutter, and the princess respected that. So she chose to remain a princess and live in the castle, while Chuddy returned to his humble cottage with his girlfriend, and they lived happily ever after. The end.